Hey everybody, welcome back to Grilling with V. I'm Vanessa. Tonight I'm just going to prepare a pork loin, bone-in, but we're not going to quite grill it right away. I'm going to actually brine it first. So I'm going to go through a brine, I'm going to rub it in the morning, and it'll be good to go by tomorrow evening to cook. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so to prepare for the brine, I'm using a 4-liter ice cream bucket, iodized table salt, 2 measuring cups, and I have a 3-pound pork loin roast here, bone-in. In order to know how much brine I'm going to need, the best way to do it is stick the roast inside the bucket and then fill it up with water until the roast is covered. Okay, now that the roast is covered with water, we're going to take the roast out and measure how much water that we used. Alright, I'm going to call it 7 cups of water. Just to make the math easier, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of iodized table salt to 1 liter of water. Since I'm rounding up to 8 cups of water, we're going to use 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of salt to the 8 cups or 2 liters of water. So what I've done is I've added the 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup of salt to the 1 measure. I've done 1 cup of lukewarm water, and I'm going to add it to the sugar, I'm going to add it to the salt to help dissolve it. Now this is just lukewarm water, just to help dissolve the salt a lot better. But not enough to heat up the rest of the cold water we're going to put in. Alright, so now we're going to add 7 cups of cold water into the ice cream pail. Now that I've filled the ice cream bucket with 7 cups of water, I'm now going to add our 1 cup of the water and salt mixture. Just going to give it a quick stir. Our brine is now ready to add the meat. For this brine, I'm just planning on just doing the salt and water just to see the biggest difference of that before I start adding any other spices or ingredients to my brines. Perfect. Alright, so now that's covered. I'm just going to put the lid on it and into the fridge. It's about 10:30 p.m. at night right now. I plan to get up at around 6, so that'll be about a 7.5 hour brine, or maybe even 8 hours. Stay tuned for the morning. For people that are wanting to use kosher salt for this recipe, kosher salt is half the strength of table salt, so you actually want to double the amount of kosher salt for this recipe. So for instance, I did 2 tablespoons for 1 liter of water. You're going to do 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup for 1 liter. So in total, for the 2 liters, it would be half a cup or equivalent to 8 tablespoons of kosher salt. The rub I'm going to use for this loin is going to be Meathead's Memphis dust. Contains brown sugar, white sugar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, ground ginger, and ground rosemary. I hear really good reviews on it, so I can't wait to use it. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 in the morning. The roast has been sitting in the brine for 8 hours. Time to remove it. So now that we've pat this thing dry, it's time to add Meathead's Memphis dust. Alright, now that we got that rubbed and looking beautiful, we're going to put it back in the fridge for my work day, where we'll grill it for supper. So the pork loin has been in the fridge with the rub since 6:30 this morning. It's now 5:30 p.m. at night. So a total of 11 hours with the rub on. Alright, let's go put it on the grill. I currently have my Pitboss set on smoke setting, P3 setting, and it's holding a steady 225. Alright, I have the roast on the grill. It's probed. We're going to wait till it comes up to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll take her off. Okay, we are 1 hour in, temperature still holding at around 225, and the internal temperature of the roast is sitting at 97. It's been just over 3 hours. It's just come up to temp. Let's take a look. Wow. I love the color. Alright. We're going to put it on the cutting board to rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 20 minutes that we've let the roast rest, and it's risen itself about 6 degrees. Alright, let's start cutting into this thing. Alright, so we'll cut right in the middle. Wow, that looks amazing. Perfectly cooked. Nice smoke ring, and the juices are flowing. Well, thanks everybody for tuning into my video. If you like what you saw, just look in the description and the whole recipe is there for you, including the Meathead's Memphis dust rub. Until next time, thanks for joining.